Hello and welcome to the Crypto Lion. Here's where you get the latest news about the crypto market. You can also get sound predictions about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all other altcoins. Kindly subscribe to our channel and turn on post notifications so that you can get notified whenever we have a new video up. In this video, we'll discuss Bitcoin's move. Is this the real deal? What expectations are there for this bull run? Bitcoin's metrics are painting a bullish picture after weeks of consolidation. Let's take us back to when Bitcoin hit a peak price of $41,962 on January 8th, and has mostly traded in the range of $29,000 to $40,000 since then. However, demand continues to outstrip supply amid the price change. In 2021 so far, around 26,000 Bitcoins have been mined. Meanwhile, the Grayscale Investment Trust has acquired over 40,000 Bitcoin in the same period, according to Glassnode's weekly report. Now, something noticeable in these events is that the number of coins held on exchange addresses continues to slide, taking sell-side liquidity off the market. The balance of Bitcoin held across all exchanges fell to a 2.5-year low of 2,349,040 recently, according to Glassnode. Meanwhile, the number of whale entities, which are clusters of crypto wallet addresses held by a single network participant holding at least 1,000 Bitcoin, jumped to a new record high of 2,218 on Sunday. The count has increased by over 50 during the recent bout of price consolidation in a sign of continued accumulation by investors large enough to influence market trends. Very recently as well, it was noticed that the traffic to exchange websites in the US has been experiencing a massive explosion, and some analysts see this as a hint to a new bull run. With Coinbase firmly within the top 500 US websites by popularity, it seems that all publicity is good publicity as mainstream consumers come on board. Bitcoin exchanges in the US are seeing unprecedented popularity as a wave of adoption sweeps the market. Data from statistics resources Alexa and SimilarWeb shows that major exchange Coinbase now ranks within the top 1,000 most popular websites around the world. As Bitcoin USD circles all-time highs, its run to $42,000 in January appears to have sparked a tsunami of new user engagement with some of the most popular cryptocurrency trading platforms. In the US, the focal point of institutional inflows into Bitcoin in recent months, exchanges Gemini, Kraken, and Binance US are all part of the top 10,000 global sites. While Binance just beats Coinbase in terms of worldwide visits, Coinbase leads among its domestic market, ranking 386th among US internet users. The data relates to December 2020, with the crypto rush at the start of this year likely hiking exchange popularity even further. Despite widely publicized system outages and other technical problems, phenomena which Coinbase has suffered throughout the years, its popularity remains clearly unaltered. Morgan Creek Digital co-founder Anthony Pompliano noted that Coinbase had 1.3 million app downloads in January. That's more than E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Fidelity, and Sophie had combined. Coinbase currently ranks as the top crypto-specific finance app on the Apple App Store, with both Binance and Binance US also in the top 10. All of these shows that a lot of retail investors are moving in on Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Cointelegraph Peterson noted that Bitcoin still has a bull case. He stated that for Bitcoin's valuation to reach 2017 levels, it would have to be at least 80,000. Although he believes that there's a small chance that would happen, but that if it did, it would happen quickly and that high prices have a tendency to move even higher. While analysts and chart watchers are calling for Bitcoin to take a breather, bullish traders may have indicated that they have different plans. At multiple instances this week, bulls defended retest of lower support by buying into each dip, and there's also the expectation that institutional inflow into Bitcoin will resume now that Grayscale has reopened its GBTC family of products. Some have questioned the reasons behind Bitcoin's rise, and if these reasons can also influence it for more increase. One of the reasons that have pushed Bitcoin and is still capable of influencing it is fear of inflation and the need to secure purchasing power. So one of the reasons for Bitcoin's rise is the growing inflation of the US dollar. While inflation is on average 2% each year, recent stimulus spending is poised to greatly increase the level of inflation and decrease the dollar's purchasing power. With the recent stimulus packages, the United States has added around $2.4 trillion into the economy. This has many people worrying about the inevitable decrease in the dollar's purchasing power and the rise in inflation. To hedge against this rising inflation, many have retreated from the dollar and have taken shelter in assets that historically have held value or have even appreciated in value. Typically, assets that people have converted their dollars into to avoid inflation or volatile markets are ones that are scarce or are less volatile in general. These safe haven assets include things like precious metals, stocks in sectors that are generally less volatile, and more recently, Bitcoin. Another reason for Bitcoin's price appreciation is its growing adoption as a payment method. Recently, PayPal announced that it would soon allow its users and merchants to buy, sell, hold, and accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. This news pushed Bitcoin's price higher immediately. PayPal has nearly 350 million users who will now have the ability to easily buy, store, and use Bitcoin. PayPal also has well over 20 million active merchants who can now accept the currency. Aside from PayPal itself, that has significantly influenced the price, PayPal also owns the widely popular payment app Venmo. Venmo has more than 40 million active accounts, making the accessibility to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies even more significant. While PayPal and Venmo are newer to crypto, there are a host of other applications that allow its users to buy, sell, and hold. Popular competitors to PayPal and Venmo, Square and Cash App also accept cryptocurrencies, making the audience to Bitcoin even wider. As we discussed before, there is a growing talk of Bitcoin as a safe haven asset. In the current societal and economic climate, there is a growing incentive to hold less cash and be hedged against intense market swings. Recently, a trend started where publicly traded companies were beginning to convert cash and their treasuries over to Bitcoin as a more sound store of value. Most notably, MicroStrategy, a business analytics company, converted $425 million worth of cash in its treasury to Bitcoin. Shortly after, the payments company Square made a $50 million purchase. Since then, a number of companies have followed suit. The confidence that these companies and their investors have in Bitcoin has given increased merit to the concept of Bitcoin as a store of value and safe haven asset. Let's talk about halving and the stock-to-flow model. Perhaps the most important reasons for the rise in Bitcoin's price are two attributes that are inherent in its design. The first is that there's only 21 million Bitcoin that will ever exist. There will be no more and no less, and this number will always stay static. This makes Bitcoin more scarce than anything that has come before it. Other scarce assets are not 100% finite, and in some cases, they can be synthetically manufactured. The second is a process coded into Bitcoin called the halving. Essentially, Bitcoin has its own built-in escrow mechanism where Bitcoin is released and given to miners as a reward for processing transactions. This reward is cut in half every 4 years. By doing so, Bitcoin's rate of inflation is reduced by half, and its stock-to-flow ratio is doubled. This process continues every 4 years until all Bitcoin in this escrow mechanism is released and in circulation. From that point on, Bitcoin in circulation will be capped at 21 million. As of the time of recording, there are 18,534,818 in circulation. So far, Bitcoin's price has followed its stock-to-flow ratio very closely, and if it were to continue on this trajectory, Bitcoin's value could be somewhere around $100,000 in late 2021, according to predictions. Take a look at this chart. In it, we can see the bullish move illustrated. The short-term target for this bull is set at around 38,000. There are some predictions that once the price makes it past this target, it will continue on to another massive bull run. You can see the price playing around the support. The support is set at 34,000, bearing in mind that just a few days ago, Bitcoin went as low as close to 30,000. So the support is kind of raised beyond expected because this prediction expects Bitcoin to keep going up. The resistance, however, is around 35,000. That is the dotted green line, and the exact figure is highlighted in a green solid rectangle on the price axis. The white arrow shows that Bitcoin is expected to keep rising to the target. Some resistance is expected around the resistance area, and that is visible in how the arrowhead line is drawn. At that resistance level, the price is expected to fight its way back up and continue on the bull run to the target, which is around 38,000 and beyond like it was mentioned earlier. This bullish prediction is beautiful, however, it's important that we sound this note of warning about Bitcoin. It is highly volatile, and thus investors and traders should treat it that way. It's important for you to do your own research and understand where to enter a position in the market or how to invest your money. Likewise, it's not advisable to invest in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies with money that is required for survival. Rather, set aside some money for investment and should be used to trade or invest in cryptocurrencies, and it's money that you can afford to lose. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to click that notification bell. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Good luck and happy investing.